Hey everybody, it's Gypsy, and it's Saturday morning, and I am on my way to the flea market to vend on a very foggy morning. Now, down by me, it wasn't foggy. Further north I get, the closer I get to Lake Erie, the foggier it's getting. So, anyways, I gotta be careful here. So I was just thinking, I feel like the world has gotten way too small. Don't cross bunny. Thank you. I feel like that it's just gotten very small. And I don't mean in population. I'm not talking about physical people. I mean, how, with the internet and travel and everything, we have easier access to each other, which is good in a lot of respects. But it makes us up in each other's business way too much. Because you know how I feel about whoever you are, however you choose to live, whatever. That's your business. As long as you're not hurting anybody else and it makes you happy, great. And it's not anybody else's business. But, I mean, it's like when I think about scrolling on social media or whatever, people can't just scroll by if they don't agree with something somebody says, the way they live, who they are, etc. Now, in my past, you could, because there was no internet, there was no social media. So people seemed further apart. Now, the problem with today and having this access to each other is, trying to think how to put this. It does rob us of some freedoms. Now, yes, we get great information and stuff. We learn a lot. I think that's great. I mean, I have learned so much by connecting with people around the world on things I'm interested in. But the problem is, you have those who do not live by que sera, sera. They can't stand anybody who's not like them. They live in such fear that if they don't understand something, they hate it. So I think that separation from each other that we had when I was younger was actually more freedom. I mean, yes, you had your bullies on the playground or somebody at work who would criticize you, hate you, or make fun of you because they didn't like who you were. It was just one or two people, maybe a few at the most. But man, you could get ripped to shreds on social media, on the internet. I mean, not only, we talk about, the powers that be watching us, and that's true. But what about each other? It's like we're at each other's throats all the time across the globe. And it's stupid. We can't seem to have the ability to use the internet for good instead of evil. I mean, if you don't agree with something, why can't you just scroll by? Now, I've never been an outgoing person, and I would say the majority of the time, it was very easy for me to scroll on by. But I think there were times I couldn't. Not that I would necessarily write something, but I would let it sit with me all day long or for days and let it bother me. That's not a good thing either. I think I've gotten beyond that. If somebody says something I really think is stupid, I'm like, well, that person's an idiot. Move on by, and I let it go and get on with my day. Because that person's not really affecting my life. But when it's something I don't agree with, like there used to be this one person I used to follow. A lot of the things she said, I did not agree with most of it. I would just scroll on by. I had to block her when she started getting very nasty, very angry, and very mean towards a certain group of people. And I'm like, I can't follow someone who's so angry, they're cruel. So I had to block her. So what I'm saying is, as interesting as the internet is and social media and all that, and, you know, I love libraries, and I used to go to the library all the time to do research before the internet. Now I rarely go to the library. And it's like, I could use library time just for the peace in there. So, I kind of wish the internet didn't exist, but on the other hand, you know, it's the middle of the night and I have a thought that I'm curious about, I just look it up. So that's good. But it's controlling us, you know. I think it controls our thoughts. I think it's kind of taken away from our freedom to think critically. It's making us very prejudiced. It's making us judgmental. And yes, it is making us racist. Which is terrible, because I remember a time in my life where that was barely a thing. Yeah, you had your occasional asshole. But for the most part, everybody was fine. But now, I think people are inventing things to be upset about. It's like everybody likes to be angry. Everybody likes to be self-righteous. Everybody likes to be on their high horse. But why doesn't anybody ever consider that they don't know everything? That maybe they're wrong. I think about that all the time. You know, even spiritually, with my access I have to the spirit realm, you know, I've been able to get information and stuff. Does it make me 100% right? Did I actually hear the message correctly? Now, seeing that we're connecting with the spirit realm, and those are spirits that have and do incarnate into physical bodies, you know, you could very well do what is typical and receive the message wrongly. So I have to consider, well, this is what I believe, this is what I heard, or at least I thought I heard from the other side. So that goes with everything. I don't know, I just wish, and you guys know I'm a country girl at heart. I love being in the middle of nowhere. One of my nomad friends recently, I was talking to him on the phone. He was making fun of me. He's like, oh yeah, there would be Gypsy way out there. We couldn't find you, or you know, whatever. We knew you were out somewhere camping in the middle of nowhere, not near any of us. We had to meet up with you. That's just who I am. So it's, you know, even though it's not physical crowdedness, the internet has made it so that it's so crowded we can't be ourselves. And like I've always said, if I don't agree with your lifestyle or who you are, should it matter to you? And if you say yes, well then why? Who am I that I should affect your life? And it's making it harder to do that. So I'm going to stop my rambling. Blessed be, and make it a joyful one.